up, lifers? I hope everything is going good out there. I have been missing in action and not posting as consistently as I hope to. So I'm back at it with a DIY hacks all year round that I use that I thought others might like to know about, possibly incorporate into their daily routine. So life is going well for me, and I hope it's going well for you. Let's get into the video. So lifers, like I told you before, today's video is going to be about DIY hacks that I use all year round. I did realize that I did not incorporate this item, which is just a laundry jug. Pretty much anytime you purchase any type of dry or liquid laundry detergent, it may come in a jug, and I just keep these and recycle these. And so I'll be showing you how I use that. The next item is, of course, an empty spray bottle. I had purchased the Pink Ensemble, and I really like that product. It really smells great, and it cleans great. I actually had it on a subscription for a little while, and I think they kind of ran out, and so I only got it, I think, twice. And so I was like, whatever, I use my own products anyway. The next item I will be using is just a condiments bottle that is already pre-measured. And so I keep this, and this one has a label on it with no label, because everybody knows it's one of my items or go-tos that I use to clean. The next item I will be showing you are the Downy Beads that I like to toss around my house to smell good, and I'll be showing you how I use these, as well as if you want to use them in your washer or dryer. The next thing I have is a cake pan, and like I said, these are just items that I use around the house all year round, and these are just my DIY hacks. Then I have a small bottle of Dawn dish detergent, and I also have the Dry Tech solution, and it comes in a powdery form, and so I'll be showing you again how to make that. The next item I will be showing you is laundry boosting soda. So it's super washing soda, laundry boosting, and household cleaner. I usually use baking soda, as you see here, but this really works. And I also have this baking soda bag, which is empty. There's not anything in it. It's just what I use to hold the products that I make so that I can have them. Then I have a pair of gloves, because I always want to make sure that I'm protected in safety and protect my clothes, whether they be clothes that I'm going to walk around the house in or clothes that I'm going to wear out. The next thing I'm going to show you is going to be pine sol. Now I know you're probably wondering, what is she gonna do with this pine sol? This particular pine sol is for heavy cleaning, disinfecting, and light touch-ups. And you wanna make sure you get the one that says on the back, if you can see, wood floors, tile floors. It also says toilet bowls, and it says laundry. So I will be showing you how I do use this product when I don't choose to purchase the Unstoppables, and when I do have the Unstoppable beads for what this pine sol actually does and what it gives. So I'll be showing you that a little later on in the video. And last but not least, like I said, you always want to protect yourself. So you want to make sure you have some type of apron, or you're going to put on some type of clothing that you're not really going to care about, because this dry tech is stronger than Clorox. And so this is just a simple black heavy duty trash bag, and I'll be showing you how I use this product along with the others. So let's start cleaning. So alright guys, I usually keep these brand of trash bags on hand. Any trash bag in my opinion will do. I just keep these because I like to line my curbside trash cans, or potamotems is what my grandma called them. And that way, whenever the truck comes by, they empty the trash out, but I still have these bags lined with it. And I'll be showing a video of that, as that's a part of my spring cleaning as well. And it helps just to keep the trash can itself smelling better than it would if just stinky old trash is dumped in it. Now, we've had issues with rain and wind and things of that nature, so it is most definitely time to update those trash cans. And like I said, I'll be bringing you a video. Now, something else that I want to say is I usually sometimes notice that the garbage collector will take the trash can. So what I have been doing is instead of just tying the bag around the actual total motor or the curb trash, I've been using a little hat to secure the bag. And then when I'm ready to change the bag, you know, once it's filled up, and like I said, I'm ready to change it, I will unsecure that bag. So I'll be showing you that in another video. But as far as my hat to protect your clothing, for this particular cleaning video, I just grab one of these bags and I open it all the way up, as you can see, and then I usually just stick my arms right into the bag, and I just poke a hole. But yeah, I just poke a hole and I make it big enough so that my hand, arm, whatever you want to call it, can go through. I do the same thing for like the head area. And again, I just try to find weak point on the bag and just stretch it through so that I can put my big old head in. And then I move around to the next corner, and again, I'll do the same thing, and I will poke a hole just until I can get my hand through. Now, because I have on my mic, I'm going to move it really quickly just so I can show you how I get this bag on and I get this bag secure. So now that you see that I have the bag on, I will then proceed to fold up my sleeves. And I'm only doing this because I'm putting on, you know, gloves, but this will give my skin extra protection. And I have a lot of thermals, but this is, you know, not really one I want to get messed up. I mean, if it gets messed up, I mean, I have multiple, but if I can help it, I'm not gonna mess them up. And so next step, like I said, is just making sure to get on your gloves, because you want to protect all parts of your body when working with any type of chemical. Now, I always recommend some type of eyewear if you have it on hand. I do, but because I've been doing this for, working with chemicals before, it's not something that is going to really affect me. So moving on, I have here 1 quart of water, and that's about 4 cups. If you can see, let me hold it up. I hope that is clear for you guys. I may need to bring you down to see it better. And I'll make sure to try to insert a picture if it's not coming across for you guys really clear. But like I said, yeah. So I have 4 cups of water, and this is the awesome, like, Fabuloso. It comes in the apple seed and the grape, and I love it. I don't know where my other one is, but I decided to clean this bottle really well, and because I'm only going to use the 2 quarts of water, so I'm just going to pour that in it, and I am using hot water right out of my sink. And as you can see, I'm not doing a great job, but it's okay. I'm gonna have my assistant fill it up with more water. Hot, please. And then I need to get some scissors so that I can get this opened up. But I'm starting with the water before I actually pour my base in, because I want to make sure that when I do pour my base in, it's got something to kind of adhere to. I know some people probably go in and throw that in and then throw the water in, but yeah, that's not how I prefer to do things. So I'm just waiting on more hot water, and we'll keep moving. Thank you, my beautiful assistant who's spilling water. So now we're gonna go in with another quart of water. And because I have another jug, I'll be using that. And this is because this is to store. And so, like I said, I'm just pouring the water in, and now we have the water poured in. At least I thought we did. Yeah, I got shaky hand syndrome, so bear with your girl. So now I just need to grab some scissors to cut this bad boy open. So we'll be back. All right, let's get this bad boy cut open. So we have 1 quart of water in that bottle, 1 quart of water in this bottle, and I have my handy dandy box cutter. So I'm just gonna open it up a little bit and pull it down to put it on safety so it's not gonna move. And then I'm just gonna cut it open. Like how your girl slice, huh? All right. Now, because I'm not trying to make a mess, I have another measuring cup, if you will, and this is a 1 teaspoon measuring cup. And so I'm going to do 1 teaspoon for each solution, if you will. And y'all, this stuff is strong, so try to be in a well ventilated area. I'm in my kitchen. We do have, I think, 2 windows open. But yeah, just, you know, make sure you take caution to protect yourself. And so I'm just gonna dump that right in. And then with this one, I think once I get it in here, once I get it in here, I think I'm gonna actually have to use my measuring cup, just because the top of this one is super narrow, and this looks like this is gonna be perfect. So let's see. Well, I guess not. So I'm just taking my hand and taking my time, because I really don't want it to spill out. And I'm kind of just casing my hands around the top, so that if any excess is trying to spill off on the sides, it won't be able to. All right. So now we've gotten that out of the way. Now, because I'm not sealing it in any type of jar or anything like that, I'm just going to take this open product. I'm going to bend back the side like so, to kind of give it a crease. And then I'm just going to fold it over, kind of make myself a little packet. And this is, I'm going to take these gloves off because I'm done messing with the chemical right now. This is a little baggie that I got from something I purchased from Amazon. And I always hold on to stuff like this. And so, let's see if it's going to work. We're going to be able to get the product in there. And if not, I have another trick. Which is to transfer my product directly over to this package. And I labeled it as well. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to fold it. And I will tuck it right on top. So if anybody unsuspecting comes along or they're just trying to be nosy, they can see what it is and they won't hurt themselves. So now, and plus they can take it out and actually read the instructions or its hazardness or whatnot. Next, I'm going to go back in with the top. And I do recommend keeping your gloves on until you're done completely working with the product. Like I said, it can stain your clothes, possibly your skin. It's stronger than Clorox, and you will begin to actually smell it. And all I'm doing is just kind of shaking it up, making sure everything gets good and absorbed. And I'll do the same thing with this one, mixing everything up really well. Just making sure all the crystals are dissolved. And this is going to be your product. And like I said, just want to make sure you give it, a good shake. You want to get those crystals good and dissolved. Now, this bottle, because it is, like I said, both bottles will be for storage and cleaning. So this one is going to be mainly to store the items in. Excuse me, this will be to store the items in, and then once I'm ready to use, I'll go ahead and start using both concoctions. And like I said, you just want to make sure to give it a great shake, because you want to get all your little crystals good and dissolved. And that is why I use warm water. Usually takes a lot longer in cold water. I'm not seeing any crystals here at the bottom. Only a few here and there, but so I'll let this sit and put it with my cleaning products. So that is just one of the products that we will be cleaning with. And of course, still got a few. I still have like 4 or 5 bottles here to make more. I'm only going to make what I need to use at a time. When I need to make more, I will do so. Again, protective gear. Here's your trash bag, apron hat to use for pretty much anything when you're mixing your ingredients, as well as when you're going to be cleaning, to protect your clothes. So more to come, and we'll be moving on to the next tip. Also, guys, because this is our spring cleaning, you're gonna see that I've changed clothes several different times. It's not something that happens overnight. We do this on the weekends, on Saturdays and on Sundays. Some days we will start on a Friday evening. However, you're gonna see different tips and tricks, so it'll be kind of like a compilation of the things that we do every year during our spring cleaning time. So I hope you like those, but I just wanted to say that, like, this will not be like where I'm gonna put out a video of me showing you this product and this apron hack, and then I'm gonna show you another video of what we do in the kitchen to get organized, or cleaning the kitchen, things of that nature. We're gonna do videos that kind of coincide together. So right now we're making our cleaning products, and we're doing parts of our kitchen, dining room. So it'll all flow as it comes out, but it's gonna be what we're tackling at those times. So I thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next tip. Also, guys, because this is our spring cleaning, you're gonna see that I've changed clothes several different times. It's not something that happens overnight. We do this on the weekends, on Saturdays and on Sundays. Some days we will start on a Friday evening. However, you're gonna see different tips and tricks, so it'll be kind of like a compilation of the things that we do every year during our spring cleaning time. So I hope you like those, but I just wanted to say that, like, this will not be like where I'm gonna put out a video of me showing you this product and this apron hack, and then I'm gonna show you another video of what we do in the kitchen to get organized or cleaning the kitchen, things of that nature. We're gonna do videos that kind of coincide together. So right now we're making our cleaning products and we're doing parts of our kitchen, dining room. So it'll all flow as it comes out, but it's gonna be what we're tackling at those times. So I thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next tip. Alright guys, so I showed you how I use my protective gear, and I did use different gloves to make this particular product, which is the dry tech. So I did have to step away for a moment, but now I'm back. So let me get my protective gear back on. Alright, so I got on my makeshift apron, and I'm using different gloves just because the other gloves that I had, which were for cleaning, I did go ahead and toss out. So I'm using different gloves, and I have not, as you see, written cleaning gloves on them as of yet because I just opened them, and I will get to that. So I'm just going to make sure that I get these gloves put on, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to spray the table, and then I'm going to use one of my cleaning rags to clean the table. And I also have a cleaning towel, which I will be showing you later how I make these towels. And so that way I can go and dry the area, because I do not like to have, you know, wet, moist areas. That's just one of my pet peeves. And so that's what works for me. Do what works for you. So let's get into it. And like I told you guys before, this particular product is stronger than Clorox. So you want to make sure that you know, you use it in a well ventilated area. I do have my windows open here in the kitchen. You can't see really because I have the blinds closed, but I do have the area well ventilated, because this stuff, it's not, you know, like super strong smelling as Clorox. It is strong, however, to me, it doesn't choke you, but you just want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to protect yourself, and make sure you get the table good and drenched, is what I say. So I'm going to sit this product to the side, and I'm going to begin cleaning the table. And I always go around my sides, because when I'm cleaning, I want to clean everything well. Like I just showed you in the time lapse, how I go in and do the same exact thing that I did on my kitchen table. Now I'm just using my cleaning towel to dry everything well. So here's my towel, and I'm just going to put that up that I used to dry. And now I'm going to go in and get these gloves off, and get off my makeshift trash bag apron, and we'll move on to the next DIY hack. And I apologize for all the noise and getting all of this gear off. But like I said, you want to make sure to protect yourself and protect your clothing. If it's something that you might need to run out the house in. So we're going to just sit this to the side, and we're going to move on, like I said, to the next hack. And the next hack is me using this cake pan, and don't need to clean it. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the paper that's inside, and then I'm going to grab my bottle, which I already have, which is a condiments bottle that is measured out, and I usually use about 3 ounces. Sometimes I use about 2 ounces. It just depends on what I'm going to be using it for. And so right now I'm only going to be using 2 ounces. So let's get 2 ounces in here. And I usually have like a kind of like a funnel, but I wasn't able to figure out where that was. So I'm using what I have. And I'm going to say we are at the 2 ounces, as you can see, and I hope you can see that well. So I hope you can see this well. This is going to be 2 ounces of the Downy Cool Cotton Fabric Cottonaire In-Wash Scented Booster Refresher de Parfum pour Laced, and they're just basically like the unstoppable beads that you can drop in your dryer to keep everything clean. So I'm going to pour that right in. Sometimes, yeah, you gotta tap it just to get it out, but this is what we're working with. And next, we're going to add some water. So now the next step is to go in with a total of 16 ounces of water. Again, I use this same condiment bottle, and I pour the water directly in, like so. And so this is what you will have. You will have the 2 ounces of unstoppable, Downy Beads, as well as 16 ounces of water, and that is going to be to make your fragrance. And then we're going to go ahead and move over to the stove. So let's make our way over to the stove. All right, so now we're going to take this over to the stove, and we're going to move slowly because we don't want to have anything to spill. And if you hear that noise in the background, that's just my dryer letting me know that the clothes are good and done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these on about 7, and I turn it between the 6 and the 8, so that it will go ahead and get these Unstoppables good and melted. And I'll back up a little bit so you can see it. As you can see, they are good and boiling, and so they are done. It only takes a few seconds, say about maybe 1 to 3 minutes, just to get everything good and boiled. So since that is done, I am going to go ahead and turn that eye off, as you have seen. And next, I'm going to make sure that I grab it off the eye because I do not want anything to burn or get stuck to the pot. And I am not exactly sure. Oh crap, I kind of spilled some, but it's not a big deal. Just makes the house smell good. And I'm not sure where my actual oven mittens are, but that is fine. So I'm just gonna let this cool and then we'll come back to it. Like I said, I wanted to remove it from the hot eye and put it over here to just cool. And once it's good and cool, I'll come back to it. But while we're getting that good and prepared, we're gonna move on to the next step. All right, guys, so we're back. We have the 2 ounces of Downy Beads with 16 ounces of water, which we let boil about maybe 1 to 3 minutes. And so now we've gotten it good and cooled down. As you can see, I can stick my finger in it. So now we're just gonna transfer it right on over into my beautiful pan. And so I'm gonna sit that to the side. And now I'm going to go ahead and transfer this right into the bottle. So like I said, we just transferred over the beads and the where they've been melted down with the water on the stove. And we're just gonna go ahead and transfer that right on over to our spray bottle. And take your time. It's not a race. And my hands shake and I slip and drop stuff. So I have to move a little bit slower than probably you guys. Because like I said, I am very prone to spilling stuff, as you've seen before. And yay, I didn't spill anything. So that amount is going to give you probably about a half a bottle. So, you know, if you want to double up on what I did to make a full bottle, that will give you, I believe this bottle is about, trying to see how many ounces it is. It's not really, it's 750 milliliters. So I have half of that. So if you want a full bottle, just double up on what I did. And I use this to spray on my curtains. I use this to spray on my comforters on my bed. I also use it to spray in the air sometimes as an air deodorizer. I spray it on my shower curtains. There are multiple uses for this, and it smells so good. Like, even though I have the bottle closed, I can smell it through the bottle. So this is something that I think that you will truly enjoy, as far as just having a way to give your house a nice scented fragrance. So I'm gonna sit this to the side and I'm gonna show you the next hack. All right, guys, so you know I always tell you to label your gloves. So that is all I am doing, and I'm just writing cleaning so that no one will be confused. And I actually write it on the back and I write it on the front, just in case someone is not paying attention and try to grab gloves for something else. So this is just what I do with my gloves to show they are cleaning gloves. And I do this just because, like I said, you may have someone who comes over, and when I say someone, I always think of my mom. My mom is just like me. I learned my cleaning from her and my grandmother. And if she sees something that's not clean or like she expects it to be, she will just start cleaning. So I always try to make sure to have my gloves set so that she knows what she can grab and what not to grab. So now I'm just going to show you that I am using a scale and I am using a measuring cup that goes up to 4 cups. And this scale does ounces, it does pounds, and it does grams. So I do have it on pounds at this moment, and by having it on pounds, I know exactly what the cup weighs, which is 2.050 pounds. I'm gonna go in and start opening up my Foca detergent, and then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to pour. And like I said, I am clumsy, so I know that I will spill stuff, but I am going to go ahead and pour in 1 pound. And what did I tell you guys? I am clumsy. So far, I have 1.16 pounds. And so I'm also using a funnel. And I'll pour that directly in. And this stuff is strong, in my opinion. And you're gonna want to make sure that you kind of shake it to get everything going down good. And just keep pouring, kind of pour it as slow as you can. To get everything right into your vessel, whatever you're going to use, a jug, whatever container. So, like I said, I had 1 pound, 0.16, and I am using 1 pound. So I kind of went over a little bit, but it's not going to hurt anything. Next, I'm going to go in with 2 cups, and this is my 2 cup mark, but because I'm using a super big cup, I'm only going to go in with 1 cup of the dryer beads. I'm not using my medium because I wasn't sure exactly where it was. So I'm just going to go in, like I said, with 1 cup of the beads. And I should have did this in the first place. I don't know if many of you realize, but this plastic part, it does come out. You just have to wiggle it a little bit, but it does come out. So just work with me as I get this out. And if you can see, it's lifting up. Sometimes it takes a little extra muscle that I don't always have, but I will get it out. Trust. This thing is actually nudged in here pretty well, but as you see, I'm still pulling it up. All right, there we go. And so I'm just gonna pour 1 cup of the Downy Beads right in because I'm using my wide measuring cup. If you're using a standard measuring cup, you're going to want to do 2 cups of the beads. Now the next thing I'm going in is going to be with the Super Wash Soda Laundry Booster and Household Cleaner, and this is by Arm & Hammer. And like I said, I do use baking soda a lot, and this stuff, because it is for laundry, instead of using baking soda as I do for other things, I decided I was going to use the laundry booster. And you're going to go in with the entire box. So again, I'm just using my funnel, and I'm just going to get that poured right in. You might have to shake it just a little, get everything flowing. Get everything good and in there. And guys, anytime that you can keep something and reuse it, I always see it as a win. And if I can make something at home just as good as it would be in store, if not better in my opinion, then that is what I am going to do. So I've got the laundry booster in, and I've got my beads in, and I've already got my Foca in. And so I'm just gonna pop that top right back in there, and then I'm just gonna shake it up. And it's so crazy because I keep up with everything, and my children, whenever they decide to use something, they kind of lose stuff. So I can't find my top right now, but hey, this is getting the job done, so it's not a big deal. And I'm just putting my thumb and my hand over it as I shake everything around to get everything good incorporated. So that is DIY hack for cleaning laundry. Now we're gonna move over to the washing machine, and we're gonna use this bad stuff. I only have 1 load of clothes to wash. With small loads, I make sure to go in with my next hack, which is I use 1/4 cup of the pine salt I showed you earlier. And it says that it kills COVID-19 virus. It kills 99% of germs. And you want to make sure that you're getting the general cleaning and deodorizer, general disinfectant for laundry. And it says to rub in full strength on grease, spots, or heavy soiled areas before washing for extra cleaning and deodorizing power. Add 1 cup to load. Use only on white or colored fabrics. Now, like I said, you're going to want to use this in moderation as you see fit. When I'm doing a small load, I do not use a 1/2 cup. When I'm doing a medium to large load, or if I'm doing a comforter, I will use a 1/2 cup. But when I'm using a small load, I only go in with 1/4 cup to sanitize the clothes. Not so much for deodorizing, but it does give it a great smell. And this is whether I use it with fabric softener or not. But I usually just use, like I said, the pine salt, and I use the pre-mix Arm & Hammer boosting soda, the Foca, and the laundry Downy Beads. So this is all I use. So let me show you where everything goes. And because I can't find my top, I'm going to go in with a total of 1/4 cup. And if you can see, that is just perfect because that's the amount I use when I use a laundry cup. And then I'm going to grab the pine sol, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going in with 1/4 cup. And you want to put that right where your fabric softener would normally go. You want to give that a close. And you want to start your wash. And because I'm just doing a normal wash, the clothes are not heavily soiled. They're lightly soiled. And I like to use cold water. And I'm just going to start the wash. And that is what I use for laundry. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next video.